Hello, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, good night. Whichever side of the globe you are streaming in from, I just want to give a big shout out to you. Very excited to be here this seventh day of the seventh month of the year 2022. And the number seven signifies excellence, it signifies breakthrough, it signifies perfection, it signifies completion. And that's exactly what we're going to talk today about as a prosperous woman of purpose. As you build your business and launch your business, I want to take you through some fundamental points that will help you. I'm battling with a bit of a cough. Hope it will not interrupt us as we go along. But as you hop in, let me know that you're here. Let me know where you're streaming in from. Let me know that you are joining me, right? So that we can be able to have this conversation. So, who I'm first and foremost, for me, I believe strongly, I believe without a shadow of a doubt that as women, individually and corporately, irrespective of which part of the globe we are, we possess so much innate power. We possess so much strength in us that if we allow it to be expressed, it can completely change the world. So as you come in, just let me know where you are streaming in from. And yeah, as I said, I'm battling with a bit of a cough and all that, but I hope it will not impact how I will do this live stream today. All right, I see Tim Joanne is here. Thank you so much. And as you come in, whether from Facebook or whichever platform, please let me know that where you're streaming in from and invite a friend or two. As I said, I've been a bit poorly, so I've not been able to do much in terms of marketing this live stream. So if you could be so kind as to invite a friend, please do so, and I'll really be grateful. So just bear with me one moment. I just need to cough. So I have to mute myself for 1 second and I'll be right back. Thank you so much. Need to sip some water. So we'll get straight to it. And thanks for those of you who have stayed with me. Irrespective and where you're joining from, just let me know so that I can know. Tim John, where you joining from? Dorothy, I see there's a Dorothy. I see Facebook use. I can't really tell who that is, but whoever you are, thank you so much. So let's get straight to it. I have so much value to bring. I have so much to teach. So let's get cracking on, right? So who am I? My name is John Muturi. Some of you may not have experienced me. I am a life and business coach for high achieving corporate women who are at the top, at the peak of their careers, right? Who are really looking to align with their purpose and build purposeful, profitable, and prosperous businesses linked to their unique gifts. And I want you to think, how can you build an empire? How can you build a business that intentionally nurtures you as just the way you are, and brings out your best self? So I'm gonna give a bit of my business journey as we go along, but let's get cracking on. And thank you so much for wishing me quick recovery. I want you to write for me in the chat right now as you join me that today's startup is tomorrow's empire. Betty, congratulations. Betty is here. Betty did her first live stream ever, her debut. And as I said, ladies, as you come in, please invite a friend or two. I've not really marketed today's live stream, but I scheduled it. Then I came up with this really bad cough. And really, where I was and where I am right now, it's a miracle that I'm even here. I was really feeling poorly this morning. And I was like, do I cancel it? And I'm like, no, I know I will be better by evening. And I can tell you for sure, I may not look perfect, but I will deliver because I'm committed to teach. And so Betty, who is just streaming in today, did her very first live stream. And she did such a phenomenal job on it. She showed up with power. She showed up with authority. She showed up with conviction. Why? Because she's a prosperous, she's a purposeful, and she's running a profitable business. Yes, today's startup is tomorrow's empire. So I'm going to give you 10 tips as we go along that have really been the foundation of how I have grown my business. And as I talk, it's really coming from a space of my own experience. Running a business is not a joke. Running a business is not a joke. Running a business is not a joke. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's not for, if you're really, if you're soft and things trigger you and things just upset you all over the place, and one little comment thrown out there completely throws you across the room. You can't even think. You take things just too personally. Let me tell you, the business will really teach you quite some lessons. I always tell my team and my clients, it's like a baby. And I think, having raised this child for 5 years, I have some authority, right? I have some authority to speak on it because I came from the corporate space. Oh, Nyambura, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm so hot. My temperature is just like it was at 38 this morning. I had the fever. I was that's I'm like complete so hot. But as I said, I'm here to deliver. That's just a sideshow. So when Nyambura says you look fine, thank you for speaking that over me, because sometimes we don't look like how we are feeling, right? Get that? You know what I mean? Sometimes we don't look like how we are feeling. So let's talk about this. Let's go step by step. My first point is you must build something you believe in. When I started my business, and thank you so much, multi-rache. I don't know how to pronounce, but thank you so much. I hope I've not butchered your name. But I wanted to say this, my darlings. When I launched this business, what pushed me, what gave me the courage, what gave me the drive, what gave me that push through, that tenacity, that tenacious passion to keep going no matter what, was my purpose. I knew that my impact and my calling was so much beyond me. The way something is, it's not about you, it's not about your feelings, it's not about your emotions. And for me, as I want you to think about your own journey when you're all alone, sitting in a dark room, wondering why your business is not going the way you anticipate it to be. The only thing that will power you forward, the only thing that will power you forward, the fact that you believe in your purpose. I've sat in a room on the floor, not once, not twice, over the years, asking myself hard questions around my business. Why am I doing this? What for at the end of it? And then, you know, I've wept on the floor and asked God, Lord, you've given me this calling. It's called the burden of your calling. And this burden of your calling just overpowers you. And you feel, you just feel something that is really taking over you and you can't even explain what it is. And it's a burden of the calling. And for me, I'm just being really straightforward. I've sat down and asked myself, what are you doing, Joanne? Like, what's this about? What is your long-term vision? What's your long-term vision? Guys, it's coming. Let me just 1 second. Please don't leave. I just need to excuse me, ladies. Let's keep soldiering on. Excuse me. Some of you are wondering, why is she doing this live stream when she's coughing like that? It's that tenacious passion. That's the answer. I literally have, was saying to my friend earlier on, I see she's here. Hello, hello, I see you. PPP. I was telling her I'm going to do this thing no matter what. And here I am. The second thing I want to talk to you guys about is your money mindset. Many of us don't understand that a lot of our attitudes, our beliefs, our habits around money have been ingrained in us from sources that are outside of us. So as you are growing up, depending on your family background or how you were raised, your parents gave you a certain impression of around money. So they taught you about money from either a positive way or a way that is not very positive. Let me use that. So a positive money mindset can really help you as you make business decisions and help you move forward. Are you one of those people when you're in, when you're, whether you're investing in a business or you're investing in yourself, you're so scared of making the move because you're saying to yourself, what if I fail? What if it doesn't work? What if, it's not, I pay this person all this money and it doesn't work? And those attitudes, even before you do the thing, will form greatly the results that you get, because that is how you're stepping into the thing. So instead of asking yourself the bigger question, and this is what I learned from many years in business, is I always ask myself, how am I going to make this work? That's a better question. Instead of asking myself, am I sure it's gonna work? How many people are doing it? And what if I put my money and it's not the perfect program for me? What am I gonna do? All those questions that we throw to ourselves. I want to ask you to think of the bigger question, and the bigger question in this case would be, how am I gonna make it work? So let me see what you guys are saying. Sorry, guys, I have the sniffles. I'm not particularly at my optimum, but I'm very committed to teach today, no matter what. Hi, Miriam. Hi, Betty. Oh, you did a wonderful job, as I said. Edith is here. Stephanie is here. Kaine is here. Ladies, thank you so much for saying hi, and just keep flowing with me. My mind is a bit foggy, just a little. As I said, my temperature was at 38 this morning, and it's literally, I've had this really bad fever, but I made a decision to be here to teach, and I'm going to teach anyway. So we're going to keep going. And then after that, I can rest. So, as we know, money is a very emotionally charged topic. And often, whether it's feelings of security, worth, and status are tied to money. They are tied to to how we look at money. So, some of us are stressed, about money. You fear that there will never be enough money. You fear that, or you're concerned that the money that you have, you can only use it to, whatever, to whatever extent, or that even if you make the money, you could potentially lose all of it. Write for me if you're understanding this in the comments. Say yes or no, because I need to see that you guys are getting what you're saying. And as a purposeful, prosperous, profitable woman in your business, I want you to start having a check on your money. I want to ask you, how are you managing your money? If you're managing your money from a place of emotions all the time, it's just emotions, you need to really be very cognizant of the fact, is this money block, right? Or these feelings that you have towards money, are they the ones that are holding you back in your business? Because there's a very negative connotation that comes for letting negative money mindset hold you. Can you tell me you get that, or you're not getting it? It says Facebook user. Hi, sorry, I can't be able to tell who it is. You get it. Okay, yeah, Tim Joanne, you get it as well. Miriam gets it. And the moment you recognize that, you start asking yourself, how am I going to make this work? This morning, I had a conversation with a young lady who is just launching a business from scratch. She's quite young. She's quite young, and she was asking me, what would I tell her, at the start of her business? And I said to her, the first thing I'll tell you is about how you manage your money from the beginning. What's your attitude towards money? Do you believe in yourself enough that when you invest in yourself, or you put, your investment towards a program, that you're going to do whatever it takes to yield the results? All right. The third one might be a bit contentious, and some of you are gonna get this. You're gonna get this, and if you get it, tell me you get it. One of my really good friends is here, and she runs a product business. And one of the things I've seen is people literally taking her packaging and copying it, literally word for word, going and just changing a logo here, but you can just see that they've taken the thing from her. And one of the things I understand as an entrepreneur is nothing is original under the sun, right? For me, nothing is original under the sun. Everything on this earth has already been done. Fair enough. However, I want you to, in as much as you can prepare yourself to be copied, don't don't start a business unless you can survive imitation, because people imitate people, and that will always be a fact. I've seen people take my emails word for word and put it out there as their content. And I can say that, again, as I said, nothing is original under the sun. But are you gonna stop everything you're doing, pushing out content there because, oh, they're gonna copy me? Or are you going to say that imitation is the highest form of flattery? Because that's another way of looking at it. They can actually imitate me, they can never be me, they will never deliver, to the extent that I can, then fair enough. So I want to say this: if your idea is truly, truly radical and it's transformational and it's gonna change people's lives, you can count the minutes before the copycats arrive, because they're there waiting like sharks. Sorry, guys, just 1 second, please. So how will you survive competition, from the people who are just like this, like sharks, waiting for you to put something out there? Even people who are just it could be big guys or small guys and all, doesn't matter. So for me, what I've found over the years is having a system of continuous innovation. Can someone write for me continuous innovation? So even as the copycats come, and you guys, really, this fever is just a bit much. But let's keep going. Thanks so much. Thank you. So I can't tell who it is, but Facebook. Hi, Brita. Nice to see you. Welcome. So be prepared to be copied. And what is the answer to being copied is, be ready to be a continuous innovator. So for me in my business, we continuously launch programs and products that we put into the market, irrespective of the fact that we've already taught so many other different ones. So it's about continuous innovation. And right now, we'll be starting a boot camp next week. We are actually running a 30-day prosperous, purposeful, and profitable boot camp. And if this interests you, we're not it's going to be an experience that will be undeniable for those who are going to attend, because it's about how you're going to generate leads, how you're going to be so clear in your mission and vision for your business. What are the money mindset things that you need to work on to help you retain your clients? I really want you to start asking yourself these questions, and for 30 days I'm going to take you through a journey. Excuse me. I'm going to take you through a journey where we're going to look at the fundamentals of your business from those three elements. How are you going to be prosperous in your business? How are you going to be purposeful in your business? And how are you going to be profitable in your business? Guys, this is what being an entrepreneur takes. To be honest, it's not a joke, as you can tell. Woo! Please pray for me as we keep going. And I want to say this: your energy is so important as you run a business. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, we have to introduce new services to stay relevant and to stay top of mind. Like, we really have to find a system. How are you gonna innovate? How are people who don't know you going to find you? So, for example, what are your lead generation strategies that you're going to apply to get people who have never heard of you? So recently, we did last weekend, we did the Purposeful Business Launch Boot Camp. And one of the things I was very categorical to myself and to my team is that we want to get as many people who have never purchased or sampled anything of mine before. And that's why we were offering it at a very, very nominal fee. Why? Because I'm like, I want somebody who has never worked with me before, just to get that idea, of what it is to work with Coach Joanne. And then should they want to extend the relationship, do that. And that's what's been happening. So for example, the people who attended the boot camp and have booked calls with me already, out of the, I think, 9 I've spoken with, 7 will be continuing with me through the 30-day experience that is starting next week. Why? Because I have nurtured them. Why? Because they've been in that experience with me where they're like, you know what? I want to move my business forward. I want to push through, and get the results that I want. So the money blocks, the mindset blocks, all those things that are stopping them are some of the things that we're going to look at. Let's go to the next point. Which should be, I don't even, number 4, I believe. Be number 4. I want you to think of yourself. Be a producer and not a consumer. Right? Talk to me, Avani. Hi, Avani. Welcome. I'm doing Avani's interior decor course, and she attended my boot camp on Saturday. And I can tell you, it's so nice to work with fellow entrepreneurs who are very like-minded. So, Avani, I'm so glad that you've made it here, and welcome. So, my next point was be a producer and not a consumer. Many of us just consume. You just consume. You're on everybody's live. You're buying everybody's course. You're watching all the YouTube videos. Yet you have so many skills and experiences in you that you should be able to produce and create products that people will buy from you. You're an expert in your field. It's time for you to understand that and be the person that people are looking up to. Have you ever gone for a program or a course and you're like, I could do that. I actually know slightly more than what that person has shared. But in your head, you don't feel worthy, you don't feel capable. So you end up just being a continuous consumer rather than a producer. And one of the things that I made up my mind around from the beginning of my business, because this was reiterated to me from my first coaches, is Joanne, you have to learn to be a producer more than a consumer. So for me, what does that look like? We churn out content in my business every single day. End of. Team Joanne is here. I'm here right now, suffering like nobody's business, as you can tell. But I made a commitment. I was going to be here. I'm sweating. I'm so hot, you don't even know. My fever, as I said, was at 39. But I'm here nonetheless because I made a commitment. I'm going to show up and teach. And then after that, I can run and enter my duvet. But why? You have to be in a position where you believe in yourself and what you have to offer. So I want you to say this to yourself, and I want you to put it in there. Excuse me, ladies and gents. Please put it in the chat that I'm not a consumer, I'm a producer. Margaret, I see you. You are a producer, not a consumer. Betty, you've already started today. You did your first live stream. That's an example. You are a producer. And let me tell you, what happened today will go down in history because you showed up in such a powerful way. I was there throughout the entire live, from the beginning to the end. And I'm like, this girl, she's going places. And I know you saw my comments. And many of us, YouTube University, you just go there from morning. You've listened to all the other people's things. But why don't you be the one who is launching your own channel like mine? We launched this channel. And if you haven't subscribed, can you please subscribe to my YouTube channel? Please. We launched it exactly 2 months ago. Is it, Jennifer? About 2 months max. And I've made a commitment that we'll be producing most of our content from here. So why? Because YouTube is universal. Facebook, you may not be my friend, you may not be on Facebook, you may not follow me, but most people are on YouTube. Yeah, they're on YouTube. So they're irrespective, whether whether they're on Instagram or Facebook or not, most people will use YouTube because it's one of the biggest search engines that people use. All right. Thank you for writing that. So let's continue. So when I made a decision not to be when I talk about being a consumer, I am a consumer. Of course, I buy courses. I'm always investing in myself. I'm always working with my mentors to help me better my business. But at the same time, I'm purposefully. Thank you so much. I can't see the name, but thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I'm intentionally every single day churning out content that is relevant to my ideal client, who is you guys. The next thing I want to say is this. In my business journey, I learned not to compromise on the big things. You can compromise on other things, but not on the big things. What are the big things? And listen to me. Your big things are your vision. Your big things are your purpose. Your big things are your core values. Can you write that for me? VPC. Vision, purpose, and core values. Every decision that I make in my business comes from, is it in line with my vision? Vision board. Thank you. Is it in line with my purpose? My purpose to serve my women and really help them clarify their own purpose. Am I in line with that? Anything that throws me that I'm working with women who are looking to align with their passions, chart their soul's path, and build a successful business that intentionally nurtures their best self. That's who I work with. So long as I'm in alignment with that, because that's that's my core purpose, that's the work that I do, everything else follows behind that. Can you see that you understand what I'm saying right there? Because that will help you. Write those things in stone, Margaret. Your vision, your purpose, your core values. Thank you, Rosie. Always do that. Your VPC. Write them in stone and never budge. If anybody is pushing you outside of your vision, if somebody is trying to push you outside of your purpose, if somebody is pushing you out of your core values, I have a big problem with that. Other things we can negotiate. Other things we can find a way around that, but stick to those. So for me, when I talk about flexibility, what am I talking about in terms of flexibility? Your value propositions, your products, your services. You can change those. You can tweak those. So let me give you a classic example. What I was gonna launch after my Saturday event is completely different from what I've launched. Because when I analyze the needs that were in the room, I'm like, it's not about what I want to teach, it's about what the women need. And what came out naturally after the 3 day, not three, it wasn't 3 day, it was a 3 hour boot camp, is they need a bigger container where I can take them through 30 days, where they can cement these things, where they can cement their vision, they can cement their purpose, they can cement their core values, they can be able to work on their money mindset, they can be able to start understanding how to generate leads for their business, they can be able to learn how to market their business, all in 30 days. Right? So for me, literally what happened in the 3 hours, I'm breaking it down into 30 days activity. So every day, you're gonna get content that is aligned to day one. Then you have a task to do. Day two, I tell you, today we are talking about your vision or your mission. I give you the story, and then I tell you this is your task, this is your assignment for 30 days. And this program is starting on the 15th of July through the 15th of August. There is no sales page, there's nothing for it. It's very simple. If you want more information, just write in the chat. Team Joanne will be observing. Just say more information, that's it. And we're going to send you more information. We've already had people join in organically, which I'm very pleased from the event. And yeah, if you just like, I want more information, you can DM me on WhatsApp or through Facebook, and just let me know more details, and we can let you know what that looks like. All right, the next point is I want you to, this is where we number 6, is to figure out how to achieve your goals even on a tiny budget. Most of the things that people say to me, and let me ask you if this is familiar, whether you're an entrepreneur or not. It's 4 months that we've been on YouTube. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, Jennifer. I'm so proud of us. 4 months, amazing. Congratulate us. We've done 4 months on YouTube. That's amazing. Yeah, so think about how to achieve your goals on a smaller budget, because most of us, we want the very best for our businesses, but sometimes we are not very savvy in terms of what we invest in and where we put our money. And one of the things that I work with my clients about is automation and systems that are really going to help you save time and save money. So for example, we have a calendar system that saves me so much time. Why? Because we are perpetually, before I had my calendar synchronized to my Google and all that, it was crazy. I would have messages from someone back and forth for a day. 7 p.m. tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry, 7 p.m. does not work. Okay, can we do 3 p.m. the day after? No, 3 p.m. does not work. And this back and forth goes on and goes on, and that was just wasting so much time. And then now we have Calendly, where I send you my calendar and you just pick the type that is suitable for you. Why? Because we've created a system around that. So think about how can you automate your business even if you're on a tiny budget. What are some of the things that you can do to really cut down? So like if you're in the product side of things, like some of you are, you don't have to buy the most expensive, I'm trying to look. um so these are my candles, right? So this is like one candle and this is like another one. And probably for me, this one would be much more expensive to produce, right? It has so many things. It even has a quote on it. It's Elevate. It says anything is possible with happiness in your soul. So that's it has a little message here for you. And then it has, it's really, and it even has two it's just really nice, right? Really, really nice. So to manufacture this is definitely much more expensive than this. Or I have so many. Or this one. But let me tell you, this may look like cheapish or whatever, but it's such a beautiful, very beautiful candle. It's bay and rosemary, and her packaging is very simple. It's a very small candle, but it makes sense. It's functional. So you have to understand where you're at in business. And like for my what do you call that event? The No Limits conference with Ronish, we were like, we want something practical for all our clients. So this is what we did. Everybody who came for the event got a goodie bag with different things. And when I went online to Etsy, I loved the size of this candle because I'm like, it's just enough. It's so cute. It's just enough. So don't think that you have to do the most expensive thing all the time. Expensive doesn't necessarily mean better. Sometimes it's really looking back and asking yourself, you know, be how can I be lean but not stingy? How can I be practical but not stingy? Excuse me, guys. you know, how can you be classy? Just 1 second. How can you be classy but not a cheapskate, if that makes sense, right? But still operating within your budget adequately. So I want you to know that your goal as an entrepreneur is to really master that secret formula where you can be able to use the money that is coming in a way that is prudent, in a way that is wise, while ensuring that you're able to reinvest back into the business and invest back into yourself. I am my business's biggest asset. Write that in the chat. I am my business's biggest asset. If the biggest budget I have in my business is me, this woman you're seeing, Joanne. I'm the biggest asset in my business. So when it comes to paying for my coaching, my personal development, that takes first center stage. When it comes to be doing self-care, I know some of you are thinking, with self-care when she's coughing like this right now. But believe you me, I'm gonna really take good care of myself after this. You have to find a system. You have to find a system where you nurture you because you're the asset in this business. When it comes to your spiritual nourishment, how can you be nourished spiritually? When it comes to your health, where are you dropping the ball? Yeah, like, are you just eating for 100 people? Yeah. Someone said to me her food today, she knows herself. I'm like, how many people is that food for? And I was just laughing because I'm like, I know, we have to look after ourselves and enjoy the finest of everything. But within, again, understanding that if anything happens to me as the person running this business, and then what next? Why should I She's she's already said who she is. I didn't mention no names, darling. You mentioned yourself. She sent me a million dishes. Like they live in luxury in their house. So she sent me as an 8-course meal, which was their dinner tonight. And I'm like, excuse me, are you having guests for dinner? And she's like, no, it's just for us. And that's what you call living your life your way, right? You are your you're your big you are your business's biggest asset. I don't know why Penny, that's so funny. Let's go to number 7. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So tickled. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Can somebody say it's a marathon, not a sprint? Is it ever? Let's ask me. Let's talk about this. As I said at the beginning, and some of you are like, she's really rambling, but as you know, I'm not 100%, but I'm here. I'm with you, right? Building a business is truly not for the faint at heart or the speed demon. So if you're one of those people who just likes things in a hurry, I'm so sorry for you. You'll be so disappointed because you sit down and look at myself 5 years down the line now, and you're like, oh, how come my business is not like that? How come things are not like going like that? And you don't know half the battles I faced in those 5 years and that I continue to grapple with. You post content once a month. You post in your business page when you feel like. You don't even tell your clients that you're open for business. They don't know because you never talk about your business. All you show on your Facebook and Instagram is your dog, you going for a walk, you and your husband having dinner. Nobody knows that your business is operating, and you're wondering why you're not making any sales, and then you're annoyed. You're annoyed at those who are selling. You're annoyed at those who are making money. You're annoyed at those who are making big boss moves. Why? So I want to talk about this marathon, not a sprint. And I come from Kenya originally. Many of you know that. If you don't, now you know. Fact, Joanne, Kenyan, extremely Kenyan. And we have Mount Kenya. Next to Mount Kenya is Tanzania side is Mount Kilimanjaro. Right for me, Mount Kilimanjaro in the chart. Now, climbing Mount Kilimanjaro or climbing Mount Kenya or climbing Mount Everest is not as straightforward as people would think that, oh, number 1, decide you want to do it. Number 2, fly to Arusha with zero preparation. 3, sprint straight up the mountain in 15 minutes. It doesn't work like that. Betty, I know. I love you so much. It doesn't work. People think it's just so easy. Like you just do like that. Oh, I'm gonna climb the mountain next month, my friend. For you to do that mountain climbing, I remember my colleagues did the Kili climb. That's what they were calling it, the Kili climb. And to prepare for that Kilimanjaro, my friend, I remember they used to go like thrice a week to Karura to run. I think they used to do like 10 kilometers. I didn't even know half the things they used to. It was crazy. And then they would do their 10-kilometer run like thrice a week. They had all these strength exercises that they had to do. They had all this mental toughness exercises that they had to do. And I'm talking about like 6 months prior to climbing the mountain. Yeah, 6 months. So this is a journey that started like 6 months. So they didn't just wake up. And I remember when you know excuse me guys. I remember when my colleague's son, my former boss, not colleague, well, let me give honor where honor is due. My former boss, VP, she came with her son from America to climb this mountain, and the son got hypothermia. Is that the name? Can someone just confirm that's the name? Hypothermia. He got sick in the mountain. And they had to fly him down from Arusha to Kenya, to Nairobi hospital. And when the young boy woke up, I mean, he was not well, but the first thing he woke up, guess what his words were? I wasted 6 months of training. Like, he was so sad. He was like, how could I get sick after all that training? For him, he felt it was a waste. And his mom kept saying, honey, you should be happy, you're fine, you should be. And me, now as an entrepreneur, I understand. He felt he had invested so much time and energy to it, and then now he couldn't even finish it. And he's like, I've got to do it again. And it's such tenacious passion. And what happened is the next year he did it. And he was the first one to get to the top because he had a driving force. And do you know this fun fact? Just write for me fun fact, because I'll always give you a fun fact along the way. It takes 26,364 steps of every 7 feet to climb. Was it 7 feet? I forget. Okay, just assume I know what I'm saying here. If I've said a fake thing, please forgive me. To climb Mount Everest, and that's starting from halfway up at base camp. So it's not a joke. So you can imagine that work it takes to climb. So it's the same thing with your business. Nurture it. Take one step at a time. When something doesn't work, don't get annoyed at everybody. Thank you, Grace. Thank you so much. You know, some people are just hostile. You become a barking bulldog at everybody because your things are not working. So you're annoyed at your team. I'm annoyed at Jennifer. I'm shouting at Yanni. No, that will not happen, because in your own struggles, you're bringing them to people who have nothing to do with anything, right? You have to be careful. As Betty said, after her first live, which she did today, she has more respect for those who do lives. It's not a walk in the park. Preparation has to be put in, and a lot of hard work. By the time you come, you don't just come there spewing stuff. You have preparation, you have notes. These are my notes. You're seeing me looking. I have notes. I don't just rock out of the blue without notes. I've sat down, I've written notes, I've asked myself, what do I want these ladies to know by the time I'm done with them? Let's go to the next step. I think this is number 8. Back to where I was talking about taking care of yourself. Take care of your family. Take care of your personal and your spiritual health. If something is off there, please find a way of recalibrating. Find a way of really identifying how that can be sorted out. Because for me, I know that it's very easy to get flat out into your business. I spend a lot of time in this work. And I know that sometimes it's easy to put in, initially, there's a time I'll put in 18 hours a day, sometimes 16 hours a day. Now, still significant hours a day. But I also realized that there are some other parts of my life that I was neglecting as a result. My back was always paining. Why? Because I was seated on this chair. Welcome, Terry. Nice to have you. I'll sit in this chair for hours on end, and my back would be hurting because I didn't even go anywhere outside. And I want to say that the initial years, the first year or so, I can let you off, when you go crazy with these things, because you want to set the structures, you want to set the tone, you want to do all those things. I completely get it. But I want you to make sure that you have conversations with the people who matter to you. So, for example, you have kids and you have your spouse. Please let them know what you're doing. Involve them in your business. Involve them in what you're creating. Involve them in the ups and downs of what's happening. Because as an entrepreneur, it's so easy to be so vested in your own thing that you don't even realize that other people need to know. Do you understand what I mean? Can you say I understand or not? Just write I understand, because this is an important point. So for me, how I made it through my initial years is, creating that balance between my drive and my ambition. Because for me, I knew this was my plan A. I had to make it work. But I also had to find a balance between these other elements of my life, which included my spouse, my friends, and all that. You understand? Good, good, good. So for me, it's looking at, am I gonna kill my personal relationships? Am I going to kill my marriage? Am I gonna kill my children's growth and well-being at the expense of this machine that I'm creating? Is it really worth it? That you have kids on drugs because you don't even know what's happening because you're building a business. That all you do is think about your business, that you don't even realize that dinner has not been cooked. Well, I mean, that example has come because you can tell. We don't need to kill our family relationships, neglect our personal health and our mental health as well, because one of the most trying things in entrepreneurship is your mental health. You can go crazy. Those ups and downs. When I say you can go crazy, you can go crazy. 1 month you make income like that, up, shoots. The next month, crickets, nothing. And you're like, what is wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? Where have I messed up? What have I done? And then you take all these energies that are negative and are not right to your family and to those who love you. Please don't go there. For me, a prosperous, purposeful, and profitable business is one where there's so much balance that you love on your family and you love on your clients, you love on your health and you love on your friends, you love on your self care, but you love on your God above everything else. This business is, to me, I'm a custodian of it. It is not mine, it belongs to God. And the biggest honor I can give God is by treating me and those around me in the best way possible. And why I've really emphasized on this point is because most people neglect everything, and they say, God gave me the vision. But why would God give you a vision that is going to destroy everything around you? Ask yourself. Because remember, the things of God bring joy and they do not add sorrow. So if it's bringing more stress than anything, check yourself. And do you have a coach who is holding you accountable at that level? And these are the things I'm going to talk to you in the 30-day boot camp. Because most people don't understand those foundations. And those business foundations are so fundamental in helping you have longevity in your business. I really, really feel that point is so important. Take it from me, don't go there. Let somebody hold your hand, whether it's me, whether it's another person, but don't let that ball drop. The next point, and we're winding up shortly, I want to be done in the next few minutes, is to build an enterprise. I said this at the beginning, right? Today's startup is tomorrow's empire. Write that for me. Today's startup is tomorrow's empire. Maggie, you got that. Blessings of God bringeth joy and not sorrow. So if you're building an enterprise and a brand, build this enterprise and brand as if you'll own it forever. So what does this mean? You're not in for the short haul. Most people come and treat their businesses like it's a fling. You know that you have a fling with a guy, it's a fling. Oh, if it works, fine. If it doesn't work, fine. But how does that attitude work? How does that help you? If you're coming into it like that, is it a wonder that you're struggling all the time in your business? That you're treating it so nonchalantly, you're not taking it seriously. Yeah? When you start when you start and build a business based on passion and purpose with a burning desire to solve the pain of your customer, you're creating an empire. So as an entrepreneur, ask yourself, what's the pain that your client is coming with? And if you know your client's pain, can you write for me? Like, for example, my friend, for the skincare line, she has a specific skincare line for babies with eczema. I had eczema, very bad eczema growing up. And I'm thinking to myself, if somebody could have given me a steroid-free solution, because everything then, as you know, to heal my eczema was steroid based, right? Then back in the day, it worked, but it was not the best thing for growing skin. And now somebody's coming and saying that your baby has eczema, your baby has those things. What do you call that thing babies get? It's eczema, I think, and another one. Anyway, skincare conditions for the baby, and they say that the products are all natural. They have no parabens. They have no nasties in them. It's pure. Would you buy that? Just write for me, yes or no. Would you buy that if you're the mother of the child? Yes or no? Just write yes or no. Because when you understand that what you're building is not only based on your passion and your purpose, but you're solving. I'm waiting for you. Tell me yes or no. Would you buy something that would offer that type of solution? Yes, exactly. Yeah. Because you're solving the pain of your customer. through something that is tangible and will change the life of that child. Yeah. So when you look at how can I offer a solution that is, beyond just the surface. So when a client, let me explain what I'm saying here. When a client comes to me, she's thinking that she's probably just coming to get more information about what her life purpose is. But what she walks out with is way beyond that. She walks out with a total mindset shift. She walks out with a potential business strategy that she could execute there and then. She walks out with the knowledge of how she can be able to translate this into an online business, or even though it's not an online business, a brick and mortar business. So she walks out with so much more than that which she was anticipating to get. So what I'm saying here is your clients come to you thinking that this is what they want, but as an entrepreneur, you know what they need. So it's your responsibility to give your clients what they need. They come to you knowing what they want, but you give them what they need, because at the end of the day, what do they want? They want mindset. What do they need? They need mindset. They need alignment. They need business strategy. They need spiritual guidance or nourishment. They need, and then give them to that. Give them that. Last and not least, be transparent about challenges. Most people don't talk about their challenges, they just pretend everything is okay. Oh, how are things? Everything is okay. Be transparent. If you run a business and things are not going the way you want, especially when it comes to service delivery, there could be delays, challenges will happen, mistakes may happen. Share the problem with your clients early. Something can happen, you're not able to deliver on time, or you have to reschedule a call, or you have to do something. Don't wake up 5 minutes late before the thing and you tell the person, oh, I'm sorry, I have an emergency, oh, we have to reschedule our call 5 minutes before. Have that courtesy to tell the person in advance, listen, I'm sorry, this and this and the other, I will not be the best of value today, or value to you today, because I'm not really well. But can we reschedule this to tomorrow? And I'll give you an additional 20 minutes of coaching because of that inconvenience. Find ways, right, to really just go that extra mile with your clients. I'm going to continue with this topic next week, but I want to finalize by saying this. In business and in life, no vision is too big. And if you want to walk with me through the next 30 days, so this is going to happen from the 15th of July to the 15th of August, just send me a message. It's a 30-day boot camp. Very straightforward. What I'm saying, you're going to learn these business principles that I'm talking to you that will help you be prosperous, purposeful, and profitable in your business in 30 days. It's going to be bite-sized. How do you eat an elephant? A bite at a time. So I'm going to give you bite-sized chunks every single day for those 30 days. We're going to have weekly Q&A where you'll come and ask me any question. Excuse me. You'll ask me any business related question, any mindset question, any strategy question. Come and ask me on those live stream, on those what do you call it, on the Q&As. You're also going to get an accountability partner, and we're going to have a support group for the boot campers. So if you're in for that challenge, let me know. I already have 6 people who have already signed up, and I can't wait to work with those ladies. I'm offering this invitation to you that if it's calling to you, you need 30 days, 30 days, let's do this. I am giving you that invitation. Just drop me a message and I'll be happy to tell you what next. So I want to say that ambition is a very powerful force and a significant motivator. So I want you to drown out any voices of doubt. Any voices of doubt, and keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on the prize. Many of us, we are literally 3 feet from gold, but something happens and you drop the ball. Something happens and you lose that focus, you lose that motivation. And I want you to ask yourself, who and what do I need to achieve my big dream? What support do I need? What mentorship do I need? What systems do I need? I'm going to give you 4 quick tips before I get out of here. the main things that you need, right? Let's see if I have if I have them ready. Yeah. There are 4 skills that you need. But before I get to those, I want to say that when you're building a successful business, it's going to take a combination of dreams, it's going to take a combination of confidence, and it's going to take a lot of vulnerability. Add the passion and the willingness to get out of your comfort zone, and you're in for a winner. So please ask yourself where you're holding yourself back in your business, and be very straightforward, be very blatantly honest with yourself and face that. And when you understand that you're going to bring new solutions and new ideas to existing challenges, you will be an unstoppable force. Can someone say unstoppable force? Unstoppable force, and I can see the smile queen is in the house. She knows herself. You will be an unstoppable force, right? And please write that unstoppable force. So let me give you the 4 things real quick. These are the 4 skills I have learned. Skills. Remember, I've given you all the mindset stuff and all this. These are the skills I want you to think about. And we're going to go through this again in the 30-day challenge. The first thing I want to ask, if you're in business right now, Smile Queen is here. Listen, the first one I want to ask you is, do you have a lead generation strategy? How are you bringing people into your world? Because lead generation is the process of identifying and cultivating potential customers for your products or services. So if I ask you right now in the chat, do you have a lead generation strategy? Say yes or no. If it's no, like, feel no shame. If you have yes, if you have no. So how do you bring people into your world? How do you bring people to purchase the things that you want? And social media, I'm sorry, is not a lead generation strategy. I'm sorry to burst that bubble. So for some of you, say, who are subscribed to my emails, you downloaded a freebie, and when you downloaded the freebie, it led you to my email list, and then you get emails on a on quite regular basis. Every week we have the Monday Ignition. That's like one example of a lead generation strategy. You could have a free online quiz. You could have an ebook. So there are different ones. And if you're joining me for the 30-day business challenge, we're going to talk about your lead generation. Otherwise, if you have no way of gaining leads, your business is going to be very stagnant. You're not going to make big business moves. You're not going to be an unstoppable force. The second thing I want to talk about as we wind this up is marketing. Your marketing strategy is what you're doing when you're promoting your products or services. So how do you market? For us, we market our business everywhere. You'll see me talking about it on my WhatsApp groups. I'll talk about it in Facebook. I'm going to talk about it here on YouTube. I have no qualms sharing about my business because this is what I do. But many of you don't share what you do. And right now, I want you, if you're watching this business and you have a business right now, share what your business is. I'm waiting. Put in the chat what your business is about. I'm very curious what sort of businesses we have here. Because if your business is the best kept business, like I said to Betty, I said to her, you're probably one of the world's best kept secrets. And it was really affecting me because she's such a gifted person. And I would say that to her all the time. You are the world's best kept secret. I want the world to know you. And today she did her debut on Facebook, and so many people turned up and they were like, wow, this is exceptional. This is amazing. So I want you to tell me, what businesses do you have? Write for me in the chat, because you never know, just by you putting it here, somebody could go and check out what it is that you're doing. So so the first one is lead generation, and then have a marketing strategy for promoting your products and businesses. And the third very important thing, and I think many people don't take this seriously, is writing copy. Copy is anything that you write for your business, including your website, your newsletters, your social media content. That's copy. If you go to my page and you see me writing all this stuff, like whether it's an email, and the words that I'm using are going to speak to the pain of my ideal client, I give stories, I give educational content, I give inspirational content, I give that. All that is copy. So do you write copy that is in line with your solution, or is your copy completely out of line with what it is that you're teaching? So you really have to make sure that your copywriting skills reflect the end of that which you want the people to have. So for me, whenever I'm writing an article or I'm writing something, I have to be very clear. At the end of this, what do I want the person to walk out with? Yeah, so Betty's it seems Betty's the only one who is showing off her business here. Her business is about healing people from trauma that they do not know, and helping them find the blocks that are stopping them from living a fulfilled life. Number 4, sales. So we've talked about lead generation, we've talked about marketing, we've talked about copywriting. The fourth one is sales. This is the process where you move a client from being a lead, or a lead. They haven't purchased anything, to being an actual user of your service. And what we use as a system that I teach my clients, it's called attract. You attract the client. So when the person is attracted to you, they may be attracted to you for so long. It's like a guy with a crush on you. He may not make a move for so long. Same thing, right? Someone will come and watch my live streams for even 6 months and they never buy anything from me, even a year. And that's cool. But that's a lead, because a lead today, if I nurture them, even a year down the line, they will end up buying. So please don't underestimate people who follow you even for long and they've never bought anything. There's an opportune time where they will make that move, but you have to perpetually uh nurture and engage them. So that's what we do. The first thing we do is that we attract clients, and then the second thing we do is we engage them. So what I'm doing right now, I've attracted you guys, and then now I'm engaging you. I'm giving you solutions that can help you, and you then see me as an expert in my field, right? And then after I attract and then I engage you, the third step is to convert. Kaine is a consultant providing translation, travel, and corporate event solutions. Wonderful. My amazing client, Kaine. I love you very much. So, how are you going to move somebody from attract to engage to convert? We're going to talk about that in the 30-day bootcamp. Because most people think that by attracting, you're immediately going to convert. It doesn't work like that. There's a whole process. And those are the things we're going to talk about. So if you really care about your business and you want to really get those systems that will help you generate leads, join me in this bootcamp. Just send me a message, say, I'm interested. I'm going to send you the information and we can take it from there. And then as you go through your sales system, ask yourself, where am I going to feel the need? What are the pain points that my market the people in my market are facing, and how can your unique idea be the solution for the thing that they're looking for? I'm gonna finish now, for real. I'm like those pastors who say last point, right? This is my real last point. This illustration was given to me by my first coach. One of my first coaches, her name is Sarah. And Sarah is very dear to me because when she gave me this illustration, it really helped me. Yes, and before I tell you about what Sarah said to me, I'm going to share about grantasmile.org.uk. They're a practical intervention service that is providing cleaning and hoarding disposal services. So if you're a hoarder, the people who just hoard, again, those things Betty talks about, people have tendencies to hold because of emotional stuff that could be inside. I'm just adding my own bit there. For people who are battling chronic mental and terminal health conditions, please go out and check grantasmile.org.uk. I've had the privilege of coaching this amazing woman who has received a very top award from the Queen. So when I say that they're champions on this live stream, I ain't playing. People are doing big things in the world. So if you have your business, I said today's startup is tomorrow's empire. What Joyce started as a startup is now an empire. They're getting all sorts of funding, left, right, and center. And I think even there's a point Joyce will be saying, we've had enough funding. I don't know if that point would ever reach, but you know what I mean. They're getting council funding. They're getting so much happening. So why? Because she started with a dream. A dream. And I remember I would sit in these coaching sessions and she would talk. Let me tell you, Joyce can talk. She'd tell me that vision. And she would just tell me, this is what we are going to be doing. And she would lay it down to me. And I'm like, you know what? It's already done. And everything that I spoke, it's so funny. When I look in retrospect, Joyce, God's hand was on you in such a, and I can't even, I even have, I have goose pimples. You can see them. Like literally, God's hand was on her business from the beginning. Why? Because she's like, there's absolutely nothing which is going to stop her. Now she strolled into, I was going to say State House. State House is Kenya. Now she strolled into the Queen's residence, like that's where she lives, because of her passion, because of her vision, and because of her values. So Nyambura, where are you? Nyambura, I'm a brand expert. I work with women and women-run service-based organizations to enhance their brand's visibility to increase revenue. Who doesn't need that? And again, I endorse Nyambura very much because she's my client. My clients are doing big things in this world. So if you need a branding expert, Nyambura is 100%. She's going to help you with that stuff. Who doesn't want a brand that is being seen all over the world that will bring in more revenue? Yeah, we started with a dream and you held my hand. You're welcome. We're in 3 continents now. We are global. Do you want a global business? It takes from those small things. You know, I could be here saying, you know, I'm coughing, I'm not well, I won't do the live stream, I'm sick. No, you push through those obstacles and you say to yourself, what is the most important thing? Let's continue with my illustration. So Sarah said to me, my boss, oh, Nyambura, you're her client. Yes, you are, Betty. Betty is so supportive with you know, her fellow students. She really she's invested in Tabitha's writing program. She's invested in so many other things. So yeah, you have really invested well in your business, Betty. So let's talk about the pot of water illustration. So it goes like this. You now put your name, Joanne. Imagine you're a pot of water on the stove and success is boiling. So you're the pot of water and success is boiling. When the water reaches boiling, that's what success is. So at sometimes in life, it feels like your boiling point will never ever come. You know what I mean? It's like the way I don't know if those of you who know this thing, milk. You put milk on the stove. You think it's not boiling, nothing is happening. And then you turn your head like this just for 1 second. Has that ever happened to you? Just tell me the chat, yes or no. Milk. You turn your head for 1 second and the milk spills. And you're like, how did excuse me. And you ask yourself, how did that milk pour like that? Because how? You didn't see it boiling, and that's how success is. It's happening under the surface. It's never telling you you're reaching your boiling point. And many of us, we never think that that boiling point will ever come. So 99% of entrepreneurs quit. And it makes me wonder, how many entrepreneurs quit right before they begin to boil? The moment they turn like this because of distractions, the moment they turn like this because somebody else said something, the moment they turn like this because they're losing confidence in their vision, and the boiling point was just waiting for them. So I want to encourage you today to turn up the heat and believe in your heart of hearts that you're about to boil. Hang on to your dream because everything is possible for them that believe. This may sound crazy, ladies, especially those of you who are startups right now. You've just started your businesses, or your business is pretty new. You have clients right now. And I'm not talking about some random clients who are just people. I'm talking about your dream clients, your perfect for you clients. They're out there. But how will they know? How will they find you if you're not doing your lead generation? How will they find you if you're not marketing? How will they find you if you're not doing your copy? How will they find you if you're not doing your sales? How will they find you if you're not investing in yourself to learn these techniques? And I want to say this, the clients that understand your value, they'll always be so eager to work with you. And actually, they will energize you whenever you speak with them. I'm so blessed to have clients who have become very dear to me. You know, it's normal in life. Some clients, they finish with you and off they go their merry way. That's life. But there are clients who stick so close to you. They become your friends. They check in on you. You know, like earlier on, one of my clients, she had about the way I'm not feeling well. And she sent me a message. It's like, Joanne, you know, You will show. In fact, I wish I could read for you the message on the phone. I don't have my phone near me. And she said to me, "You're going to show up." And and she said a declaration that even though you're not well, you will show up with power and with authority. And that gave me so much energy to be here today. These people may not even know that you exist yet. They may not even know how badly they need what you have. But when you believe in yourself and you say that no matter what, I'm going to keep pushing on, I tell you, success is inevitable. Right? For me, success is inevitable. Success, as Tabitha said, it happens under the surface. You don't know what's happening, but your boiling point is coming. So let your boiling point come. I know I've talked for long and I've gone on and on about different things. You can tell, but I'm here with you. And I want to say that, as Tabitha said, everything is possible for those that believe. Right now, I'm stretching my hand to you. If you know you need an accelerated 30-day process, if you've done my mindset makeover or you've done any challenge of mine, you know I don't play with those 30 days. You want to really give your business an acceleration. You want to give it a boost. You want to get some of those foundations clear. You want to step into your purpose. You want to step into your vision. You want to really have a strategy for this, bringing in clients and lead flow. You better join me for those 30 days. We start on the 15th of July, as I said. On the 14th of July, I'm going to do an orientation call, just to orient those who are coming in, what to expect, give you your accountability partners, and really set the tone. Because those 30 days, I ain't playing. We are gonna put in some work. And as I said, I have no sales page for this. If you're in, just tell me I'm in here. You could sit here in the chat or send me a private message and tell me I want more details, and I'll send them that. I'll send them over to you. So I'm wishing you all the prosperity. I'm wishing you all the purposefulness and profitability in your business. And if you want to join me for the Prosperous, Purposeful, and Profitable 30-day business bootcamp, I'm rolling out the red carpet for you right now. Send me a message and say that you're interested. You can do that on my Facebook. You can do that. Tim, are you able to put for me my email address? Actually, I don't know if you're still here. Put for me my email address. You can send me an email. I know my team member may be here or not, but I'll put it there. Joanna@joannmuturi.com. Is it showing? Is it showing on YouTube? Can someone put for me on YouTube? Because it looks like it's only going to show on Facebook. Can someone put for me joanne@joannmuturi.com if you want to send me an email to find out about the 30 days. But it's as simple as I said, 30 days of really, really moving forward with your business. So I'm going to again love you and leave you. Thank you for your interaction. Thank you for hanging out with me. As Naomi says, hang on to your dreams. Do not give up, because success is inevitable. And as Kenny said, her boiling point is coming. But Kenny, let your boiling point not find you turning the other side looking for something else. Let the boiling point be you be so aware that the milk is boiling, and then turn up that heat, and then attract those people, engage those people, and nurture them. Oh, it's showing on YouTube. Thank you so much. So I want to finalize by thanking you, everybody who has stand up. I know I've talked for long, but I know this message has landed. It has entered someone's head. And the only thing I would ask from you, and this is part of lead generation, is invite a friend to watch this live stream. That's an example of bringing in people. I'm showing you how it's done live here. So if your friend needs this, send them to watch this video. They may never have heard of me, but you just sharing this video could help them. So that's a lead generation strategy. Share this video, show somebody. So I hope to be seeing you in the 30 days challenge. And even if I don't see you, what I've shared with you today will make you so much money if you follow what I'm saying. You can make an empire just based on this live stream. I've given so many golden nuggets that I have applied in my own business that have made me so much money, and I've shared them with you for free. The best thing I can tell you to do is apply them. Apply them. Don't just watch me like a Netflix movie. This is not Netflix. I'm not Sharon Stone. I'm not Erin Brockovich. I'm not Jennifer Aniston. I'm none of those. I'm Joanne Muturi, a coach. I'm coming to teach you and to hold you to a higher standard. And that's why today, the 7th day of July, I'm speaking to everybody under the sound of my voice right now. I pray that God will perfect everything that concerns you. I speak excellence into your business and into your vision. I speak that everything that you have started, you're going to bring it into completion, that you're not going to be fearful, that you're going to be bold and courageous in your calling, that you're going to take that mantle and authority that God has given you to show up for yourself and to show up for the people that have been assigned to you. I'm speaking on this 7th day of July that you are going to see who you are in terms of your identity and take that that calling seriously. There is a finishing and a completion that some of you need to do right now. There are things that are hanging. You've been saying you're going to do them forever. You're not doing them. Today, say, in this day of completion, in this day where we're setting a standard of excellence, I'm going to finish and I'm going to take that mantle and I'm going to run with it. Because this is not for the short haul, this is for the long haul. And if you're walking with a spirit of excellence, remember, the only perfect person is the Lord Jesus Christ. The rest of us, we're human beings, we're mere mortals. We cannot even raise up to that standard of perfection. But He will perfect everything that concerns us. But you have to believe it, and you have to cling to faith, and you have to say that, you know what, no matter the obstacles, no matter the pain, no matter the trauma, here, you guys, you should have seen me here. These are my kids, because, this cough was too bad. I'm like, we really have to do this COVID testing, and thank God it wasn't COVID, because I was literally coughing like a goat. And I'm like, this is just too much. I don't understand. But guess what? Yes, I've coughed on this thing, but I've not been well, but somehow it has been silenced for this 1 hour something I've been here. It was the whole day, it was not stopping. I was coughing continuously. It was not stopping. In fact, I even had to tell my team, we are not meeting today. I needed to literally rest, because every one word that was coming out, I was coughing. And my husband was asking me, why do you need to do the thing? And I said, I'm going to commit to what I said. And I command that cough. It's not going to stop me from passing on the message that these women need to hear today. And I'm so proud that, irrespective of the challenges, some of you, I know you're like, why is she insisting? I'm insisting because this is my calling. I'm insisting because I know somebody needed to hear this message today. And I had to show up. It's not about me. It's not about my needs and my ego. After this, I can go and pamper myself all night. But I have done what I've been assigned to do. And I'm handing over that to you. And thank you, Joyce, so much for your kind words. I like she's saying, don't overthink it. Sign up for the 30 days. I'm not putting a sales page here. I'm not telling you go register here. Why? Because I only want the people who want to do it to sign up. If it's not for you, it's fine. But if it's for you, just send me a message and I'll tell you what next. It's a very minimal investment, to be honest. Very, very minimal. And it's not even about the money, but it's about your determination and commitment to the process. For me, that's the most important thing. And that's why I'm saying I'm not putting a sales link. I just want you to tell me I'm in, and then I tell you the next steps. That's it. As easy as that. So, ladies, we have so much innate power inside of us, that when we allow it to be expressed and unleashed, it can completely change the world. Today's empire, today's startup is tomorrow's empire. Let's build together. Sending you lots of love. See you guys. God bless you. Share the live stream, share the live stream, share the live stream. And I'll see you. And those of you who are joining me for the 30-day Prosperous, Purposeful, and Profitable Business Bootcamp, can't wait to serve you and raise you up to that standard of excellence in your business. See you inside the program. Bye.